ignored today, huh?
You gonna get some work done?
Hi, I'm Nick Paganella. My pal here. We work together on Veterans Corner. He's a Sergeant Know-It-All. And he knows it all. I like working with him because he doesn't give me any back talk. And we videotaped and produced this video that you're about to see. We think it's entertaining, historical, and even educational. And we hope that you enjoy it, because we really enjoyed doing it. Did we, Sergeant think? Yes, sir. Good.
Mr. Provost Marshal, at this time, will you please escort our Department Commander, Phil Furtado, to his seat? Yes, sir. Mr. Provost Marshal, at this time, will you please have the color guard post colors?
Sir, yes, sir.
Provost Marshal, at this time, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ladies and gentlemen, pledge allegiance by the numbers 1.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank our color guard and honor guard. The honor guard is comprised of state newly formed honor guard, and the color guard is from AMVETS Post 208 Hudson. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to call upon our state chaplain, Rob O'Connell. Mr. Provost Marshal, please bring him forward for the invocation.
Please join me in a moment of silence for all our soldiers who will never find the shores of America again, and for their families that are going to have to live their lives without them, please. Heavenly Father, we have got amazing vessels of your love, compassion, faith, and hope gathered here tonight to pay our respects to community service people who, without any reason, decide the compulsion and the pull to do your work through them and to really make amazing accomplishments throughout our community and to make a difference for all the veterans in this country.
At this time, I would like to call upon Al Temple for the purpose of presentation.
Distinguished guests at the head table, ladies and gentlemen, it is with distinct honor that I stand before you for the purpose of recognizing a Massachusetts senator who has rendered exceptional service to not only the people of the Commonwealth, but also to my brother and sister veterans. State Senator Jennifer L. Flanagan is a resident of Leominster. She graduated from Leominster High School, received a bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Massachusetts, Boston. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, and our very young citizens, I ask Senator Jennifer L. Flanagan to join me for the presentation of our Pilgrim Award in the field of legislative excellence.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Pilgrim Award Legislative Award awarded to Senator Jennifer Flanagan in recognition of outstanding achievement not only in chosen field, but service and conduct towards her fellow man merits the highest respect and praise of all. Signed this day, Chairman Leon Parker, Commander Philip, Congratulations.
I feel like I'm in Leominster. They told me I didn't have to speak, and now I have to speak. And I will tell you that my Veterans Director, Rick Veator, is here, and this is how he usually conducts Veterans Day. Senator, you don't have to say anything, and then you get there and he says, so, you're going to make a speech today, huh? But I want to thank you all for being here today, and I want to thank you for this amazing honor. It's not often that we are able to tell the world what we do for veterans, because sometimes the laws that we have to create, such as the one about leaving school and being able to go back, or the term Gold Star, doesn't really resonate throughout the entire Commonwealth of Massachusetts unless you have family members that it will affect. So it's really an honor for me to be here today. I can tell you that in my time on Beacon Hill, as they said, I started off back in 1995, so it's been quite a few years since I've grown up on Beacon Hill, I guess I can tell you, is that we've learned a lot about our veterans and the fact that when they're coming home, that's the time that we really need to take care of them. We need as a Commonwealth to make sure that they have what they need once they step foot back on our soil. We do all that we can. We rely on our federal government to take care of them while they're overseas, and we really force our congressional delegations to make sure that they have what they need. But when they come home, there were times when people felt forgotten. And they felt that even though we say thank you, that there's nothing to back those thank yous up, and there's nothing more important to us than showing our veterans just how much we care. I'm very fortunate to serve in the Senate with Senator Mike Rush, who's a part of the Navy. And I can tell you that you have no stronger Senate supporters than you do in our Senate today. And really the work that I do on behalf of veterans comes down to the PTSD and the reacclimation to back home and with families, and really helping those families help their loved ones reacclimate to being back home, because we know there's such a transition, and we saw that when the bombings happened in Boston, how many triggers there were for people, and we really want to make sure that we have things in place. So when we talk about mental health and we talk about substance abuse and how important it is to get to those people as soon as we possibly can, that's where I come in, because that's where my background is. And I want you to know that if your family needs something or your loved ones need something, you can call us, because there are ways that we can find help for them. Secretary Coleman Nee is great at the Department of Veterans Affairs here in the Commonwealth. I can't tell you a man who cares more about the veterans than he does. And him and I work very closely together to make sure that we deal with as many issues that we can, so that we can help your families as much as we possibly can. I want you to know that your families are remembered always. Whenever we take those votes, whenever we're dealing with budgets, somehow they allow me access to the $34 billion budget, which is sometimes interesting. But we do have a good heart, and our hearts are in the right place. And although we deal with budget issues and budget deficits, the veterans are never part of those cuts. They've never been a part of what we want to cut, and we want to make sure that we sustain those programs. So thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you very much for this award.
Please. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming to the AMVETS Department of Massachusetts Annual Pilgrim Awards. This evening is all about the recipients that are receiving these awards, and the work they do for the fellow citizens in the Commonwealth. At this time, I would like to thank my committee and take the opportunity to introduce the Honors Award. Without their help, this evening would not have been possible. Please hold your applause until the end. And stand as I call your name. Richard Purnell.
Stand up.
Please stand as I call your name. Stay standing. Richard Purnell. Hold your applause, please. Hold it. Charles Nishan is a member of this committee, and he is ill tonight, and he could not make it. Tom Hammett. Al Temple. Ed Veator. Joseph Azeem. Gerard Marchand. Charles Studemaker. Commander Phil Catano. President Jean LaFleur. Commander Ken Moniz. Charlie Sancrani. And Nick Paganella. These are all members that helped us tonight, and I want to thank each and every one of you. You guys made me look good, and I really appreciate it. I would like to thank the Hudson Elks and their exalted ruler for the use of this fantastic hall. Enjoy yourselves tonight, and thank you for supporting us as we honor these recipients.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to bring your attention to the front here. I'm going to recognize this year's recipients of each of the awards by their award category. To my right, your left, the M. Francis Roberts Rehabilitation Award recipient is Ruth Wheeler. The Sons of AMVETS Edmund Veator Award is being presented tonight to John Conley. The Americanism Award is being presented to an organization known as Homes for Our Troops. Representing that organization this evening and receiving the Pilgrim Award is Chris Mitchell. And of course, we've presented this award and she had to depart, but this year's Legislative Award recipient was Senator Jennifer Flanagan. The Public Service Award this year is being presented to Dustun Beam. The Child Welfare Award is being presented this year and this evening to Michael Kavanaugh. The Community Service Award is being presented tonight to Kura Andreucci. This year's Commander's Special Award is being presented to Ann Sullivan. And the Commander's Award is being presented to Francis J. McDonald, Jr. We welcome you all. Nick, we're all set, right? Thank you, sir. Just wanted to make sure. They usually say roll it, but roll them. All right, here we go. All right, the next award that we're going to present this evening is the M. Francis Roberts Rehabilitation Award. This is a recognition of a person in the Commonwealth who in the past year has made the most exceptional contribution in the field of rehabilitation of disabled persons. I will call upon our Ladies Auxiliary Department President, Jean LaFleur, to come forward for this presentation.
Good evening, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Our recipient this year is the longest serving volunteer in the VA system, volunteering at the Veterans Administration Northampton Business Office. Ruth Wheeler, at the age of 82, volunteers with her American Legion still. Ruth's work with the VA started in high school as a way to honor her father, Raymond L. Wheeler, who was in the U.S. Cavalry and later became a veteran of World War I. Every new enrolled veteran in the VA healthcare in Central and Western Massachusetts receives a package that Ruth bills and mails to them. Ruth was honored recently at a recognition ceremony by the VA Central Western Mass healthcare system for her 62 years of service. I am proud to have the honor to present this year's recipient of the M. Francis Roberts Award to Ruth Wheeler. We thank you, Ruth, for your unending dedication for our veterans. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Pilgrim Award, M. Francis Roberts Rehabilitation Award, awarded to Ruth Wheeler in recognition of outstanding achievement, not only in a chosen field, but service and conduit towards his fellow man that merits the highest respect and praise of all. Your chairman, Leon Proctor, and Commander Phil Furtado.
I'm not the speaker like she was, that's for sure.
I was just reading.
I'm not a speaker, but I want to thank everybody for the award, and it's very surprising, and I'll tell you, the volunteer is the best thing in the world, and everybody should do it, right, Ann? Ann is my boss, and she drove me down even, so I didn't even have to drive.
The next award is the Sons of AMVETS Edmund Veator Award. This award is the recognition of any person and or group who made the most exceptional contribution to our AMVETS family of Massachusetts. At this time, I'd like to call upon Michael Bruno, the department's son's first vice commander, also former department commander, for this presentation.
And honored recipients, good evening. It is my honor to be here tonight among you, our AMVETS family, and to participate along with all of you in recognizing the accomplishments and contributions of our deserving recipients. It also seeks to acknowledge this person's commitment to their community, state, and nation through their activities in daily life. This year's recipient is Mr. John Connolly of Natick, Mass. A little bit about John. He was born and raised in Natick, and he has been married to his wife, Dana Mackenzie Connolly, for the past 25 years. They have 3 children. John has also served terms as a Natick Town Selectman, where, among his other responsibilities, he has championed issues involving veterans and seniors alike, and has been a sexton for the past 10 years at St. Patrick's Church, Roman Catholic Church. John was also on the committee and very instrumental in bringing the Vietnam Moving Wall to Natick in 2011. John owns and operates Connolly's too, a silk screening t-shirt printing company. It is through his generosity that we are able to purchase our yearly convention shirts. More importantly, though, it's also through which he supports local special needs and other nonprofit groups alike. would ask that you please join with me in welcoming this year's Edmund J. Veator Aid and Support Pilgrim Award, Mr. John Connolly. Hear ye, hear ye. Pilgrim Award for the Sons of AMVETS Edmund Veator Award, awarded to John Connolly in recognition of outstanding achievement, not only in a chosen field of service and conduct towards his fellow man that merits the highest respect and praise of all.
Thank you very much for this wonderful award. First of all, I wanted to thank my friends at the Natick AMVETS, Mr. and Mrs. O'Connell, Mr. and Mrs. Barry, Mr. and Mrs. Casey, Sonny Kaiser, for all their support in nominating me for this, what I feel is undeserving to me. Also, thank you to my wife, my best friend, for being here with me tonight. I'd like to thank everyone that had anything to do with this event this evening, all of the AMVETS family, distinguished guests. I apologize, I'm not much of a public speaker, but I thank you for the individuals, again, who nominated me. I'm very grateful and humbled by this recognition, especially coming from a veterans group. I've been blessed by knowing and meeting many veterans that I call friends. There's a common thread that runs through our veterans, current military, of compassion, loyalty, and integrity that make them so special, whether they served seven weeks ago or 70 years ago. Currently, as Michael had mentioned, I have three nephews serving in the United States military. To do right by our veterans and current militaries is simply the right thing to do. How grateful I am in our country is for the men and women willing to put their life at risk for another. That is a true American hero. And I thank all of our veterans that are here tonight. At the end of the day, I have been given so much more than I could ever give. I thank you for your time, and God bless you all.
The next award is the Americanism Award. Recognition of an American who in the past has made the most outstanding contribution to strengthening of the American democracy. And at this time, I will call upon Gerard Marchand, past department commander, forward for this presentation.
Good evening, Commander, members of AMVETS, and the AMVETS family. It is my honor to present this award to an organization here in Massachusetts that serves our wounded veterans across the nation. Home for Our Troops, a national nonprofit, nonpartisan 501c3 organization founded in 2004. They have built and donated more than 140 specially adapted homes to severely injured veterans at no cost to them. Special education from Bridgewater State University, and John is majoring in music and sound recording technology at the University of Mass. He is currently director of fundraising for Homes for Our Troops, a national nonprofit organization assisting severely injured veterans who spend all or part of their daily lives confined to a wheelchair. Home for Our Troops provides these veterans and their family at no cost a high-quality, barrier-free home by raising donations of money, building materials, and professional labor, and then coordinates the process of building a home that provides a maximum freedom of movement and the ability to live more independently. Chris Mitchell. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Pilgrim Award for Americanism awarded to Homes for Our Troops in recognition of outstanding achievement and not only in a chosen field, but services and conduct towards the fellow man that merits the highest respect and praise of all. Chairman Neil Proctor, Commander Philip Lucato, Department of Massachusetts.
Saying everything I was going to say. I want to thank everybody on behalf of our president, retired General Timothy McHale. He wanted me to thank everybody and thank all the veterans and the AMVETS and for everything you guys do, and ladies. As Jerry mentioned in my bio, I do a lot of community service in my past, and I was ecstatic when I was able to get the job at Homes for Our Troops. My daughter said to me when I told her I was going to work for them, she goes, "Dad, that's so cool." She goes, "You were a role model for everybody in Foxborough, and now you'll be a role model for everybody in the country." So that was really cool. Like Jerry said, this business, this organization was started in Taunton, Massachusetts 9 years ago. We're approaching our 10th anniversary. And it was started by a general contractor who saw a story about a wounded veteran coming back to Bethesda, Maryland, the hospital's there. And he said, there's got to be an organization where I can use my talents and volunteer and, you know, build a ramp or do something. And he looked, and back then there was nothing. So he created Homes for Our Troops, and our first home was in Middleborough, Mass. in 2005 that we completed. And my wife and I and my son were just in Virginia last weekend for our 142nd home that we have given away to these severely injured veterans. Through generous people like you, through donations, fundraising. We do have some corporate sponsors. And we're coming up on our 10th anniversary. The home that Jerry was talking about was our 9th home that we built in New England, and tonight it's somewhat official, although I told Jerry about it last week. We are, our next year, our 10th anniversary, we are building our 10th home in New England, and it's going to be in and around Concord, New Hampshire. So I expect to get emails from most of you with what fundraisers you're going to do for that project. Jerry has my contact information. Again, thank you all for this award. On behalf of my company, I appreciate it.
Public Service Award. Recognition of a person or an organization who has rendered exceptional service to people of our Commonwealth of Massachusetts. At this time, I would like to call upon Edmund Veator, Past Department Commander, for this presentation.
Good evening. To the present, the presentation of an award to an outstanding young man from Western Massachusetts. It is an honor to do such. Not exactly a household word, Dustun Beam is an 11-year-old boy who attends 6th grade in North Adams school system. He's well known to his neighbors, his friends, and many of the hospitalized veterans at the Holyoke Soldiers Home. Probably the best description of this young man, that he's energetic, polite, and truly loves to help his dad with many of his veterans' projects. His dad happens to be the District 3 Commander and our current Quartermaster for the Department of Mass. His sister is 15 years old, but due to the difference in the age with their mother working, it was necessary for Dustun to travel a lot with his dad. This situation became a tremendous benefit to the veterans and to this young man because he loves being with his dad and helping with his many endeavors. He attends hospital parties, bingos, enjoys passing out food, snacks, refreshments, and speaking with the patients that he has come to know. They really enjoy the time he spends with them, and they look forward to his youthful visits. His enthusiasm allows him to do the work of 3 volunteers, and he's a great asset to the organization. Just a regular, everyday student, some of his favorite things after the veterans are car racing and baseball. He's well known in his neighborhood where he mows lawns, shovels snow for the elderly. We're honoring Dustun here today. We honor his entire family for their efforts in raising such a very nice young man. They can be very proud of him, as we are in the AMVETS organization. There's no question about that. First of all, we'd like to present this plaque to you, sir. Wonderful job that you've been doing. Harry. Pilgrim Award for the Public Service Award, awarded to Dustun Beam, in recognition of outstanding achievement, not only in a chosen field, but service and conduct towards his fellow man that merits the highest respect and praise of all. And it's signed by our state chairman, Leon Proctor, and our state commander, Philip Furtado, in the Department of Massachusetts.
It's fun up here. I want to thank Jimmy Blank, my father, and my family who let me help do these things. I helped at meetings. I went shopping with my father for the food for the dinners. I sat in clear tables and got tips. I was in parades. I liked carrying the flags. That was fun. I liked tasting the food. I enjoyed helping sell tickets. I liked dancing and making money at dinners. I helped hand out prizes. I had fun at the Soldier Zone. Thank you very much for this award.
Child Welfare Award. Recognition of any person and or group who has made the most exceptional contribution in the field of child welfare. At this time, I'd like to call upon Joe Deneen, past department commander, for this presentation.
Mike Kavanaugh was born in Palmer, Massachusetts. He's married to Marjorie Underwood. They have 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. Mike graduated from Palmer High School, University of Mass at Fort Danvers, Gott School of Business in Springfield, Mass, and Powers School of Business in Worcester for accounting and auditing courses. Mike served World War II and Korea, and when he was finished with that, he joined the National Guard. Mike is very active in his community. He continues to perform public service as a member of the Pathfinders Regional Voc Tech School on the school committee since 1975. He spent 25 years as chairman. He served on the Palmer School Committee from 67 to 70. He served as various elected offices in his town. He was on the board of directors of Munson State Hospital. He also has been solicitor for Boy Scouts of America. He is captain of the Catholic Charities Appeal. He serves as the president of St. Mary's Parish Council. He is active in children in youth committees at the American Legion Post 130 in Palmer, Massachusetts. He served on scholarship committees and supports many youth programs in AMVETS Post 74 in 3 Rivers. As Superintendent Gerald Prius, I hope I didn't murder his name, Mike makes people feel good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce this year's recipient of the Child Welfare Award to Mike. Come on up, Mike. State Commander. Mike, all yours.
Lengthy. I want to thank Leon Proctor and his committee, all those that had anything to do with getting my nomination approved. I'm very happy to be here. I want to thank you all for getting here. I will not try to make any more praises for Mike, but I want to thank my wife and family for, now you know why you haven't seen much of me. I love you all, and I've had a couple of Jamesons, and I could get raunchy, so I better.
Well, that's what I call good spirit there, huh? All right. All right, the next award is the Community Service Award. Recognition of any person and or group who has made the most exceptional contributions in the field of community service. At this time, I'd like to call upon Leon Proctor, our chairman, for this presentation.
Kira Andreucci is the daughter of John and Shelley Andreucci. She was born October 29, 2000. So that means just 4 or 5 days ago, she turned 13. Happy birthday. She has a brother and a sister that are older. Kira lives in Fitchburg, Mass, and attends the McKay Art Academy School. Fitchburg, like any other school in Massachusetts, has free or reduced breakfast and lunch programs. One day while at school, Kara noticed some of the children putting boxes of cereal into their backpack to take home. Concerned about her elementary classmates being hungry over the weekend, this 11-year-old asked for money for her birthday. She then used this money to start her own nonprofit called Caring for Kids, which provides weekend packages of food for her classmates who rely on free or reduced lunch meals at the school. The start of her first year saw this program help 15 needy children. Kira's father and mother help her with this program, and Kira has recruited some friends to help out in the packing and distribution of these packages. These are working families that just don't make enough to pay for all the necessities they need in life. John also told me that Kira is getting another 20 needy children, hopefully soon start very soon. Caring for Kids, though it started out with a small donation cup distributed throughout the city, has since partnered with Blessings in a Backpack. So Kira has won the United Way, the Sedeco competition, winning a total of $15,000, and has donated every penny back to Caring for Kids. She has also been honored by the Boston Celtics for their Heroes Among Us program. She has started her own website called Caring for Kids, where you can go and see how you can help Kira in her mission. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce you to the 2013 Community Service Award, Kira Andreucci. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Pilgrim Award for Community Service Award awarded to Kira Andreucci in recognition of outstanding achievement, not only in the chosen field, but service and conduct towards her fellow man that merits the highest respect and praise of all. Signed, this day, Leon E. Proctor, Chairman, and Philip Furtado, Commander, Department of Massachusetts.
I would thank everyone for this great award, and my goal is that no child goes to bed hungry in this great country.
This award is the Commander's Special Award. This is the recognition of any person and or group who has made an exceptional contribution in support of our communities of veterans. At this time, I will call upon Charles Studebaker, past department commander, forward for this presentation.
Ann Sullivan. After retiring in 1989 as secretary for the laboratory services, Ann began volunteering on a daily basis at the West Roxbury VA Hospital. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, Ann arrives at the VA at 7 in the morning and prepares coffee for the ex-POWs and Kathy coffee. They serve over 200 cups of coffee and refreshments on these on a daily basis. Every morning, Ann checks the outpatient waiting room, delivers daily newspapers. She also organizes the bookshelves, restocking them with donated books. She then proceeds to deliver the daily newspaper to each patient in their rooms and in the medical departments. This is a very dedicated individual that enjoys helping our hospital veterans in any way she can. She is also, her 3 daughters are here with her tonight. One of them traveled, I think she said, from Michigan. It is an honor to present this award to Ann Sullivan for her dedication of many hours of service for hospitalized veterans. I would like to add one thing. Ann said to me a little while ago, why am I here after I hear all these dedications? Well, she deserves to be here.
Go get him, man.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Pilgrim Award Commander Special Award, awarded to Ann Sullivan in recognition of outstanding achievement, not only in a chosen field, but service and conduct towards his fellow man that merits the highest respect and praise of all. Signed by the Chairman, Leon Proctor, and State Commander, Phil Furtado.
I really shouldn't be here. I want to thank my friend, Jody Neal, and all of you people who give so much to the veterans, to our patients, all of the wonderful sweatsuits that you don't realize how unfortunate some of the other patients and veterans are. And the kitchen who does so much for the relatives. So I'm so blessed to be with all of you, and thank you so much.
For the next award, it's the final award for the evening. It's our Department Commander's Award. This is an award for recognition of some outstanding citizen from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts who contributes, his contributions of service is in no specific category. At this time, I would call upon our Department Commander, Phil Furtado, forward for presentation.
I'm very honored to be here. I want to recognize my sons, these sons, Ken Moniz from the Sons of the Department of AMVETS, the Lady Auxiliary President, Jeannie LaFleur. I'd like to recognize her. Also, Leon Proctor on the Honors and Awards staff. He's put a lot of time into this. He's put this together. He's done a good job. I want to thank him so very much. Tom Davitt, outstanding performance. Also, my family is here. I'd like to thank them all for being here. They have supported me. This was a long journey for me. Here we are halfway through this journey, and here I stand before you, and I'm honored to be here amongst the PDPs, the post-department presidents, and also all my friends. Frank McDonald, my recipient, Frank Donald Jr. I met him back in the day over prime rib, back in the sandwich somewhere. And the more I got to see him, the more I got to know him, the more I said, you know what? This man is all about veteran. He is Mr. Veteran. Allow me to introduce to you Mr. Francis J. McDonald Jr. Francis McDonald Jr., he's a retired U.S. Army Command Sergeant Major. He's also retired from the U.S. Civil Service at Natick Labs as a team leader and commodity support team responsible for program management of our soldier system equipment. He served as the Chief Administrative Officer for the Cape Cod Canal from March 91 to September 2002. He was part of the logistics response team for the New England Division of U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, where he responded to many natural disasters, as well as a 33-day tour to the World Trade Center disaster in September 2010. Pilgrim Award, Commander Award, awarded to Francis J. McDonald Jr. in recognition of outstanding achievements, not only to a chosen field, but to service and conduct towards his fellow man that merits the highest respect and praise of all. Signed, Chairman Leon Proctor, Commander Philip A. Furtado.
I am truly humbled and honored to be receiving this prestigious recognition this evening.
But we all know we would not be able to do half of what we do if it wasn't for the support of our spouses. So tonight, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my wife for her support and encouragement over all the years. Ladies and gentlemen, my wife, Maureen McDonald. People always ask me why. Why do I do what I do? Why do I give of my time and my money to support veterans causes? And the answer is really quite simple. You see, because of my service to this country, I have been truly fortunate. I have received a college education that's second to none, provided through the GI Bill. My homes have been funded through the VA Home Loan Program. My health care is provided by the VA outpatient clinic down in Hyannis. And I recently retired after 36 years with the federal government from a job that I originally got using my veterans preference. So you see, I have indeed been truly fortunate. And the time has come for me to pay it forward. So anytime an opportunity presents itself where I can assist a fellow veteran, get at the very minimum those rights and benefits they were promised when they raised their hand to God and country, then so be it. So ladies and gentlemen, that is why I do what I do. And again, I thank you for this prestigious recognition this evening, but I ask you to do one more thing. If the opportunity presents itself to you to help a fellow veterans, grasp that opportunity and assist me in paying it forward. Thank you all so very much. May God bless each and every one of you. May God bless you.
At this time, I would call upon each year when we hold our banquet, we're privileged to have in our audience fellow recipients of past Pilgrim Award banquets. And at this time, I would call upon the recipients that received the Pilgrim Award in the past. If you would all please stand for your recognition. I know there's Nick Paganella, Pat Paganella, Larry McNeil, Betty Brunell. Did I miss anybody? Edmund Veator, Al Temple. Okay. Your recognition. Congratulations. Thanks go out to AMVETS Post 208 in Hudson and, of course, the State Honor Guard, Color Guard for their service this evening. Thanks to the Honors and Awards Committee this year in the upcoming year. So again, thank you very much. This time I'll call on the Provost Marshal to escort the chaplain forward.
Thank you, Tom. First off, Old Glory standing right there. That's what binds us and brings us together. That's what gives us the strength to come together as a nation, as one people under God. The compassion is the fuel that God gives each and every one of us to commit these acts of sheer beauty. I look at the recipients and all their accomplishments, and it is a true shining example of what's right in this world. I thank God for that every day. In my daily prayers, I say thank you for my AMVETS and my community and the people that prove to God on a daily basis that we are truly not a bunch of stupid human monkeys with toys and technology hell-bent on killing one another, that we are His children, that we believe in God, that we will make a difference some way, somehow. And that being said, growing up with a Jewish stepfather, I was very fortunate to have so many different paths shown to me. But Catholicism is what I was brought into in the beginning. So, in closing of this Pilgrim Awards, please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Number?
Mr. Provost Marshal, honor to the colors.
Salute to the colors by the numbers. 1, 2.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening.
finished it. We were happy to do it, and we hope you enjoyed it. And look forward to another one of our video tapings on Veterans Corner, where the patriotic events, happenings, interviews takes place. The scenes that are behind the scenes that we think you would enjoy seeing and be interested in. Is that right there, Sergeant Know-All? Yeah, Sergeant Know-It-All. He says it all. That's my boy.
Oh, beautiful